What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tuesday Museday. Hope you guys are good. I think we're talking about temperature today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me just share this with you. I don't think this is right. There's no way this could be right. It says it's 105 outside. But my little digital readout, it went down 104. Thanks a lot. But it also says it's 84 here in the studio, which there's no way it's 84. At least I hope it's not. Well, actually, that would be good because it doesn't feel like it's 84. So that means it feels cooler than it is, I guess. All right, welcome back, you guys. We were in the living room last week, if you guys missed it. And the week before that, I was in Arizona at an event. So it's nice to be back. Yeah, we were on the laptop. Last week, we had power issues in the Kalani household. We're back in the studio, my friends. So let's say hello to some of the people who are here. Bear with me 1 second. It's always nice to see you guys early. Bill Bradley is here. Charlie, welcome back. I don't think I've seen you in a minute. Floyd is here. Hello. Welcome. And Richard, our friend, our another flute friend. Richard Bruner's here. Sienna, welcome. And Rebecca. And Noelina. Boa notte. All right. Awesome. Welcome, you guys. Oh, I can have my phone sideways. I couldn't find my phone holder, so it's just sitting over there. All right, let's play a little bit more. I hope you guys are digging the vibe. And I see Floyd. Did I say hi to Floyd? I don't remember. But hi, Floyd. Back at you. All right, we're going to play a little bit more. Here we go. big breath out. Just say ah. All right, friends. And if I didn't say hello before, hello, Sienna. And I think we're all caught up. I guess Roseanne is not here today. So who's going to take her place, you guys? Who's it going to be? You guys have to have your own election. Figure that out. All right. Whew. Man, are you guys all right? It's, yeah. It's warming up. But, oh, there's Roseanne right there. Speak of the devil. Well, okay. Speak of the angels. I'm here. All right. Say, Roseanne, I was about to give your job away. I was like, you probably heard me. All right. Awesome. So welcome, Roseanne. Roseanne is a big supporter of the channel, and I appreciate it. Steady Eddie. Well, steady Roseanne. What's in my pocket? Okay, that's something. Yeah, you guys. Great. Happy to be back. Let's move on to a copyrighted feature of the show. Where's my keyboard? See you in a second. Guess the sound! All right, so this should be super easy for you guys, all right? I mean, if you guys can't get this right away, I don't know what to do. I can't help you. All right, and Roseanne says, my mom calls me an angel. When, with what? Wait, hold on. I can't see that far. Oh, an angel with horns. Moms are funny, aren't they? That's hilarious. All right, here we go. Guess the sound. Before anyone else does, because you guys are going to get this. All right, here we go. They just get one hit right now. I want to see how good you guys are. All right. Any takers? Let me see. I think my phone has updates quicker than my desktop computer over there. Let's see. And I realize you guys are on a slight delay. Oh, Floyd is new. Okay, so it's just guessing the sound. That's all. We just try to get the name of the instrument. Here it is again. Ah, Sienna got him. All right. Yeah, you guys, it's sleigh bells. Why? Because I'm trying to have cool thoughts, right? I think that makes sense. Cool things down. Oh my God. All right, but we've, I have videos on sleigh bells, how to play sleigh bells. I thought, why not? In like the hottest day so far, one of the hottest days of the summer, why not break out some sleigh bells? And Richard got it. Thank you. Yeah, I actually like sleigh bells a lot as a sound effect. Let me show you guys why. Because, and I've used sleigh bells on some of my recordings, right? Like they're in a few of my songs, just regular songs. But if you use them, not like I just played. I mean, don't do this. And we're definitely into holiday Christmas territory there. But if you do this, wait, where'd the reverb? Okay, maybe that doesn't have reverb. Okay, here we go. I was trying to get a super long reverb. Let me see if I can. Oh, hold on. Okay, now check this out. See, that is a pretty cool sound, I think. Just here and there, just like maybe once in the whole song. And Bill got it too, sleigh bells. All right, so that's sleigh bells. That's on the table, you guys. Literally, right over here on the table, or back here, for the Gimme 5 later. So keep that in mind as an option. All right, congratulations to Sienna. I think you were first, right? Were you first? Sorry, let me look. Because my memory's very short. All right. Yeah, Sienna Price. The price is right. Sienna Price. Sleigh bells, congratulations. Roseanne, please endow Sienna with points. You get points, Sienna. They don't mean anything and they're worthless, but it's just, you just get them. It's a token economy, all right? Yeah, so let's go over some of the instruments that I was using in the opening, which is still going. Let me turn that off. And extra points if you guys can name that mode. Name the mode. What mode was I in? Probably. All right, so we started with the hand pan. Oops, that's not the right button. We started with the hand pan. Here I am. This Metal Sound Space Drum Nitro D minor, and then we added, I think these guys, right? A little texture, some seed pods. I also do have, I got some different seed pods for later if you guys want. So like tiny seed pods, big seed pods. I like these. And these are great for like just a rattle, right? Awesome. Oh, listen to that. That is a nice, whatever that sound is, you guys. I don't know what to call it. It's, it's not really a rattle. It's not really a shaker. It's something. It's something nice, but so you don't know. That's what I like about it because it's hard to pin down. We also had some bongos. We had congas over here, of course. We had a shaman drum by Wayne Mantley, Wayne the drum guy, the drum maker. Wayne the drum maker, awesome instrument. We had Native American style flute. This is a Mad Max low D. Pretty nice, I think. We had cajon down here, which is sounding good, you guys. And what else? Vocals, whatever. Just me making stuff up. And we had a keyboard over here. So I have this, little keyboard. Yeah, little Yamaha keyboard. I think that's about it for the opening, right? So I brought out the keyboard to have some bass today, so I don't usually have that. But keep that in mind too later for Gimme 5. Roseanne, you want to lay down the Gimme 5 situation for the new people? And I'll think of something. I'll think of something to do. How many points, by the way, did Sienna get? I didn't see. Did she get any? She needs points. All right, they're coming. I think this is really delayed today. Hopefully the stream is good. Is the stream good? Is it like streaming? Because after all the electrical issues we had last week, I don't trust it fully. But my neighbor, I gotta give a shout out to Ron, my neighbor, who's an electrician, totally saved us, you guys. I mean, we couldn't. Half the house was down, including anything that used 220 volts, which is the electric car and the pool pump and all kinds of stuff. So no AC. So yeah, I mean, first world problems, right? But still, my wife had to drive my car, my gas car, go pump gas, which she hasn't done in a year. So yeah, it's hard. All right. Thank you, Roseanne, for that. And yeah, you guys the Gimme 5 is pretty basic. Just pick 5 instruments or 5 things, 5 sounds that you'd like me to play, and I'll live loop them towards the end of the show and create something. And you can, like Roseanne wrote, you can, pick like a tempo or a style-ish meter, that kind of stuff, or feel, whatever, or just use sort of, adjectives. Give me some adjectives. That's fine. All right. By the way, I want to tell you guys what's happening at our Patreon, which is like where? Right here in your picture. Patreon.com/Kalani. Let me do a little plug, little infomercial, which is for any of you who might be thinking about recording a song, or if you're just curious about how, we go about recording a song like from scratch, right? Like not just the recording, but the planning, picking a song, thinking about, what instruments you want to use for the recording. I just now posted right before this, and I think I put a link in the description, I believe, a video on arranging, like how do you arrange, how do you decide, what the arrangement is, what goes first, what goes second, how long is the song going to be, what's the tempo, what, all that stuff. If you're curious about that, I'm doing a whole series right now on that subject, and I'm making a video and including you guys in basically every step. So every time I do something towards producing this song, I'm making a video about it. And I think that is kind of interesting because, I never had that kind of guidance when I was, coming up and trying to learn. I mean, I just learned by like going and hanging out in the studio or talking to people. But now, you guys, we're documenting all kinds of stuff, including sort of pulling the curtain back, on that process. And I'm also trying to, make it so you guys can do it if you want to try that, even if you don't have a lot of gear or whatever, because it's just conceptual. But I thought it'd be interesting for those of you who might want to record, or those of you who just are curious about what in the heck us musicians do to get from an idea like, hey, I'd like to record this Babatunde Olatunji tune to actually having something, that we can share, a finished product. And in this case, the finished product is going to be the tune. I did this a few weeks ago, and I also just posted a live recording from the Arizona Flute Workshop on Patreon for patrons of this tune, Ife Loju Laye, which is on the Babatunde Olatunji album, Drums of Passion, The Beat. And it's just a fun song. It's a cool song. You guys know I've done a few of the songs that Babatunde Olatunji popularized. Why? Because, one, they fit my capacity in as much as they're pretty simple, right? There's not a lot of parts to them, which I love. They're kind of short, and they tend to just have a lot of repeated sort of phrases, chorusy kind of phrases. Not a lot to remember, because I'm not a lyric kind of remembering type person. But they're uplifting, they're fun, they're interesting, and I appreciate Babatunde Olatunji as a diplomat of, peace and love, and just somebody who spread the gospel of drumming, the gospel of music, and the gospel of brotherhood. And that, to me, that's what he was all about. And so for me, and I met him, I worked with him a couple times at a conference and other things. And he was just a very cool guy, very, very knowledgeable. Started off wanting to be a diplomat, actually, and studied to be a diplomat. But then he lived in Washington for a minute. And then when he moved out to San Francisco, he said, you know what? I think I can be a better diplomat if I'm a musician and doing music. And so he kind of brought out his heritage from Nigeria and ended up recording a lot of music, and then touring all around, doing workshops and doing performances. And he played with the Grateful Dead guys and Santana and that whole crew, Haight-Ashbury, like 1960s and 70s in San Francisco. So pretty cool stuff. I hope you look into it, and give yourself maybe a little trip back in time so you can appreciate what was going on back in the day, as we call it. Those of us who are old. Older, not super old, but just old enough. All right. Let's get ready for Give Me Five. Why don't you guys throw out some collections of instruments. Just start. You don't have to do it. There's no hurry. I want to move on to another feature of today's show, which is, let me see if I can get this button right. I think it's number 7. Yes. Which is what we call music mindfulness. And music mindfulness is a series, it's kind of just a body of work that I've been developing over the last, I don't know, 10 years. And it has to do with, for those of you who don't know, what can music, or what can the mind of the musician learn? What can the musician teach the mindfulness practice? You know, what can the music practice? How can the music practice inform a mindfulness practice, and vice versa? But maybe more the first one, because I feel like as a practicing musician for many years, I've also been practicing mindfulness and many of the associated goals of mindfulness, such as listening. And when I say listening, I don't mean just listening. I mean paying attention to your surroundings and your environment, right? So that's kind of the central tenet of mindfulness, one of them. Another benefit of music making, and especially improvisation, you all, and this is why I love playing improvised music like I just did for the opening and I do every single time, twice during the Tuesday Musedays, is because when you improvise, you not only have to listen and pay attention, you're going to be creative, you're going to be in what a lot of people call the flow state, right? Or the zone, where you're just not really thinking too much, you're not overthinking, you're just thinking like enough to do what you need to do and be creative and be kind of captivated in the moment, right? Being captivated, being in a state of wonderment, whether that's in creating something or just witnessing something, like in nature, like witnessing, you know, a sunset, or witnessing the stars, or witnessing anything above, below, in the ocean. Witnessing beauty is a magical thing that we get to experience, right, as people, because life is an experience. It is a physical, sensation-based experience. That's what life is. And where do we get messed up is when we think too much. We think that life is like a thinking experience. That's our biggest problem, you guys, is perseverative thinking, right? You know, worrying about the future, having regrets about the past. All of that stuff, the mind stuff, is where we mess up, where we get tripped up as humans, because we're too smart for our own good, right? We think too much. So I like to get back to this idea of life is an aesthetic, right? Life is an aesthetic that we experience. That's what it is. Everything else that you do on top of that, including thinking about it, talking about it, reading about it, writing about it, you know, whatever, all that stuff is unnecessary and maybe not enhancing to that experience. So that's kind of the message for today's music mindfulness, because as an improviser, I'll just close with this. As an improviser, one of the things that I have to do, and especially now, you guys, live looping, live stream, is I have to accept whatever comes by. I have to accept whatever rolls, you know, into the present, or whatever trails off into the past that just happened. I cannot have regrets. All I can do is just do my best and move forward and be in the moment and be creative and just, you know, be here, right? Be here now. I have no choice. But what's awesome about that is it's like it trains me to carry that acceptance and, you know, the attitude of letting things roll off my back, and the improv, you know, the jazz kind of mindset. I need to carry that into my life, which I do, and I feel like that's a huge benefit of practicing music, because we get to experience that so much. You know, we get to experience that in the momentness, creativity, listening, paying attention, being creative, hopefully creating something beautiful and meaningful. But whatever it is, art has that capacity, right, to captivate us. And that's what I love about music making. But that's why I think music making is a mindfulness making, you know, it's mindfulness training, all right? If you'd like to know more about that, or hear some of my podcasts that I've done about this kind of subject, you can go to kalanidas.com. That's where I put all that stuff. And Also, you can go to the, I think, iTunes store or wherever you get podcasts now. I don't know. iTunes, I guess. And you could search for Kalani.me, and then I think I call it the Evolve podcast. I haven't done any in a while, but I did about 20 podcasts. And, that's a whole set of stuff over there that's there for you guys. Freely available. Maybe you'll listen and enjoy those. All right. So what do we have? Are we good? Okay. Tongue drum, koshi chimes, shaman drum, shakers, handpan. Okay. I have to get up and grab a couple things because they are not within arm's reach. But let me see. I'll put the music back on for a second, and then I'll be right back with that list. Let me make sure. So we have the koshi chimes right up here. Let me get the easy stuff out first. So these are the koshi chimes. I'm going to put them over here by my ukulele. Let's see. I guess. Let me move the ukulele. Let's put these guys right there. So the first rule of, when you're going to perform something, especially live looping, is arrange all your stuff so you can grab it easily, right? You can reach it easily. And get the handpan, and let me see. So shaman drum, shakers, handpan, tongue drum. All right. So we don't need the congas, so I'm going to move those back a little, and you guys listen while I get a few things together. Okay. You know what I just did too? And I'll admit it. I just ran the AC a little bit while that was happening. See? Sneaky. So I had to go grab, I realized my other D minor tongue drum, tinkatong, is in the house, but I had this little one right outside, which is an early version. I like it. It still sounds great. It's little. And this is also, let me just give a shout out to Feel Tone. Feel Tone in Germany, distributed by We Play Well Together. They distribute the tinkatongs, the handpans, the koshi chimes. Does Sienna work for We Play Well Together? All right. So we've got, then all of these things, all the things I have are in D minor, so. Koshi chimes. So we're gonna get all that going, and then we have the shaman drum. And what was the other thing? There was one other thing. Shakers. Okay, shakers. Ooh, why don't we do these? Let's do that. All right, here we go. We have a perfect amount of time for the Give Me Five. And Santa, this is for you. And if you'd like to dedicate it to anyone, just put the name in there. Also, I want to say hi to Kenneth and Sue. If I hadn't already, I don't know if I said hello. Yeah, you just got here, Sue. So, welcome. All right, here we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. All right. It's great to see all you here. Thanks, Richard, for the super chat. Really appreciate that. That is so generous. Thank you so much. Lacey Joyce is here. Swooping in at the last minute. All right. If you guys missed any of this, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. It's time to sign off, but I will see you all next week. Thank you, Sienna, for the suggestion for the Gimme 5. And thank you, Roseanne, for, as always, for showing up and helping everybody out. Appreciate you guys. See us at patreon.com/Kalani for more. Let's take it out, shall we? All right. We'll see you guys next time.
World Drum Club.